Hello everyone. Last time we introduced the assembly of exhaust silencer. Today we will learn the assembly of actuator of brake system. This part mainly introduces the structure and the working principle of wheel speed sensor and the electronic parking actuator.
Wheel speed sensor. 1. Function of wheel speed sensor. The function of the wheel speed sensor is to detect the speed of the wheels and input the speed signal to the ABS, anti-lock braking system, electronic control unit. The ECU, electronic control unit, calculates the speed of the wheels based on the signal from the wheel speed sensor. 2. Structure and working principle of wheel speed sensor. There are two types of wheel speed sensors in common use: electromagnetic and Hall effect types. 1. Electromagnetic wheel speed sensor. The automobile wheel speed sensor is usually mounted at the wheel. The figure shows the shape of an electromagnetic wheel speed sensor, and it generally consists of a magnetic induction sensor head and a ring gear. The ring gear is a moving part, and it is typically mounted on the hub or axle to rotate with the wheel. There is a certain clearance between the magnetic pull of the sensor head and the end face of the ring gear, and this clearance is generally around 1 millimeter. 2. Hall effect wheel speed sensor. A Hall effect wheel speed sensor consists of a sensor head and a ring gear. The sensor head is composed of the permanent magnet, Hall element, and electronic circuits. The magnetic field lines of the permanent magnetic pass through the Hall element to the gear. This makes the gear a magnetic collector. 1. When the gear is located at the position shown in Figure A, the magnetic field lines through the Hall element are dispersed, and the magnetic field is relatively weak. 2. When the gear is located at a position shown in Figure B, the magnetic field lines through the Hall element are concentrated, and the magnetic field is relatively strong. Features of Hall effect wheel speed sensor. 1. The amplitude value of the output signal voltage is not affected by the speed. Under the 12 volts condition, its output signal voltage remains constant at 11.5 to 12 volts, even when the vehicle speed drops to near zero. 2. High response frequency. The response frequency is up to 12 kHz when it is used in ABS system. This is equivalent to the signal frequency detected at a vehicle speed of 1,000 km per hour. 3. Strong resistance to electromagnetic wave interference. Function and working principle of electronic parking actuator. The electronic parking brake system is referred to as the EPB system, which removes the traditional hand-operated or foot-operated parking mechanism and instead uses an electronically controlled button to control the parking brake. So for drivers, this new parking brake system has the biggest advantage, the convenience of operation. From the control function aspect, as the electrification upgrade is fully in place for the parking brake system, the parking brake system can be jointly controlled with other control systems, such as Electronic Stability Control (ESC). As a result, the safety performance of the vehicle can be significantly improved, and a variety of control functions covered by the brake system are achieved electronically. Such advantages are unmatched by the traditional mechanical parking system. 1. Basic control function of EPB. 1. Static clamping and releasing function. 2. Drive-away assist, DAA. 3. Electronic controlled deceleration, ECD. 4. Rear wheel unlock, RWU. 5. Maintenance function. 2. Structure of electronic parking brake system. 1. Integrated clamper type electronic parking brake system. The integrated clamper type electronic parking brake system abandons the steel cable of the steel cable traction type parking brake system and utilizes a wire for signal transmission. As a result, the facilitates the vehicle assembly process and the simplification of parking brake system, and it consists of the actuator, clamper, indicator, the control unit, and the EPB switch. The figure below shows the structure of the drive components of the clamper type electronic parking brake system of the Volkswagen Megaton sedan. It consists of an electric motor, a drive belt, a speed reduction mechanism, a mandrel screw, and a brake piston. The actuating components of the entire electronic parking brake system are located on the rear wheel brake calipers, and the signals are conducted via wires. When a driver presses the electronic parking brake button, the control module of the electronic parking brake receives a signal from the button. If the current driving status of the vehicle meets the conditions preset in the computer, the control module applies 12 volts to activate the motor of the actuator. The torque released by the electronic motor is transmitted to the mandrel screw through the speed reduction mechanism, and the mandrel screw drives the axle movement of the brake piston through the bolt nut mechanism to realize the braking of the rear wheels. The integrated clipper type electronic parking brake system as shown in the figure. 3. Working principle of electronic parking brake system. 1. Vehicle speed lower than 7 km per hour. The driver operates the handbrake by flipping the electronic handbrake button, and the handbrake control module motor located on the rear brake caliper starts to operate and apply braking force to the brake disc. At the same time, the traditional hydraulic brake is also involved to provide a more flexible braking response. When the vehicle is parked, the driver by stepping on the accelerator pedal or the brake to make the braking force reach 10 bar, can automatically release the handbrake. 2. Vehicle speed higher than 7 km per hour. The driver pulls and holds the electronic handbrake switch to activate the dynamic emergency braking function when the service brake is working properly through the ESP system, Electronic Stability Program System. The service brake controls the braking for all four wheels. The operating process of the electronic parking brake system as shown in figure 6-11. The electronic handbrake only works in the low speed zone and is an emergency braking function. It only kicks in when the traditional hydraulic brake system fails. Not all electronic handbrake systems are equipped with this kind of working logic. Therefore, under normal circumstances, when the electronic handbrake is operating under high-speed condition, it can only perform traditional hydraulic braking operations and cannot brake the rear wheels along to complete the oversteering movement of the vehicle, usually referred to as drifting.
Okay, this is all about working principle of wheel speed sensor and the electronic parking actuator. Next time, we will introduce the working principle and assembly of electronic parking brake system. See you next time.